So everyone is talking about OpenClaw's Molt. And so here's my honest review. I'm going to go ahead and try it live, and I'm going to set it up in a hierarchy mode, meaning I have one chief of staff general that I communicate with via WhatsApp. And then that general controls the 5 businesses that I have. And I'm setting this up on a Windows system. I'll give it key credentials only and access to certain Gmail accounts for those particular businesses. And then I'll document this process over the next few weeks, so follow along. The first thing I did was a bunch of research on Gemini to identify what's the best way to set this up for me. And the simplest, easiest method that would keep costs about $100 a month is to run it locally on your system, only use APIs to WhatsApp, for example, and then use the LLM APIs that it provides. Then you open PowerShell in admin mode, and you run this command. You can copy this, paste it right in your shell, and then it'll start installing. And this is what the installation looks like. You give it admin rights, so this is dangerous. You're giving full control to an AI agent over your computer, so you do have to be careful. It finds that its Windows system didn't have Node.js initially, but then it installed it by itself, and then installed OpenClaw. This is an open source software, so it's free to use. And it says, the lobster has landed. Your terminal will never be the same. Here we go. Gives you a nice little warning. I understand this is powerful and inherently risky. Continue. We'll say yes. Onboarding mode. I think I'm going to go with manual. Onboarding mode. I don't want to configure specific ports or networks. So this would be if I'm hosting it dedicated on a VPS of some kind or somewhere in the cloud. Let's just go with quick start. Now, which model do I want to use? I already have a Gemini Pro account, so I wonder if I can use that same API. So I'm going to use Google Gemini API key. Okay, plugged it in. Gemini 3 Pro. Perfect. The best one. The channel I want to communicate is WhatsApp. You can do iMessage like if you had an iPhone, but the thing is you'd have to install it on a Mac to communicate using the blue bubbles. So I'm going to go with WhatsApp. Link WhatsApp now. Yes, it's going to give me a QR code on my app, and then I'm going to scan it with my phone. So go into my WhatsApp, open up the camera like you're about to take an image. Device login code detected. Continue. Okay, and that's linked. WhatsApp asks for a restart. It's logging in, and I can see it linking on my phone. This is my personal phone number. Yes, it is. That would mean OpenClaw can now see my WhatsApp history. So if you don't want it to see your history, you'd have to have a dedicated phone number. So enter your phone number here, including the country code. Configure skills now. We'll say yes. So most of us are going to be NPM, which are just like the basic users. If you're a PNPM, can't remember what it stands for, but that's if you have your own repository like GitHub and you're just like a master coder and you're going to contribute to the repository. And then Bun, I think it's fast, but it's not something that's recommended by OpenClaw from what I'm reading about it. So we're going to go with NPM. So these are all the skills you're giving it. So if you wanted to have it access your passwords, like an iPassword account, your Apple Notes. So I am going to give it certain passwords, and then Gemini, because I have the Pro version with an API, and then Nano Banana Pro to be able to build images and such. Okay, pick all the skills and then give it appropriate API keys as needed. Okay, so now we have a gateway, which means I can communicate with the bot. I'm the assistant your terminal demanded, not the one your sleep schedule requested. So I'm not going to sleep tonight, I guess. Okay, so let's communicate. Bunch of object not found errors later. Set the environment variable path correctly, and I think it's starting. Local firewall blocks Node.js. That's expected. Go ahead and allow it. Okay, so it looks like I need some kind of token as well to open it with my browser. Okay, let's go try to find the token first. Okay, one more time with the token this time. Okay, now that worked. The gateway is open. So I said, hello. It says, hey, I just came online. Who am I? Who are you? Okay, so we go right into setup. I like what Gemini is saying here. Identify the hierarchy and then what the main objective is. Okay, so I'm referring to it as general. Identify as my chief of staff. I am your commander. Your primary objective is to manage my 5 businesses units. So I have Sonic Combinator, Pineview Tutors, SRQ Dumpster Dudes, Native Grounds, and then Gentle Estate Transitions. Confirm you can access the browser, initialize a unit dude, log to track. Okay, and then the Sonic. Why just 2 of them? Okay, let's give it 2 tasks. Initialize unit dudes, track dumpster rental leads from srqdumpsterdudes.com. Okay, and then for Sonic, monitor my school community for SonicCombinator.com. So I would expect it to come back with, okay, what is your school community URL? And then what are the credentials for it? Let's see what it does. Send. Okay, so it opens a browser. On the second tab, it actually goes to SRQ Dumpster Dudes, which is the website, and then gives me a situational report. Successfully accessed the website. Reconnaissance capabilities are active. Log initialized, so now it's going to track that. And then log initialized for Sonic Combinator also. And then placeholders created for Pine and Ground and Gentle. So when it does it, and then it signs it off as General Chief of Staff. That's pretty cool. Wow. And these are all the commands, all the things it did just in that. Wow. That's pretty cool. Okay, now go to the website and see if the Book Now button is working. It opened the website by itself. I presume it's clicking on the Book Now button. Who knows? So here it is going to the website. Status 200, successful. Oh, it's opening like command prompts and stuff. This is interesting. Browser systems are experiencing a connection fault. With heavy client-side rendering JavaScript preventing a simple static scan of the button element. I cannot physically click the button to verify the booking flow right now. And then rebooting the browser. I do have a lot of things going on. I don't know how resource intensive this is, but my system is running really slow. Okay, I want to give it some CRM tasks, like log into my Go high level and list, the top 3 contacts in Sonic Combinator sub-account. I mean, it should easily be able to do that. I just want to make sure it's working. Connection to Chrome is severed. That's kind of cool. So the extension was not available in the Chrome web store, but Molt found it on my system and says, here's how you install it. You have to enable developer mode. Okay, so the instructions it gave me were kind of incomplete, or I didn't find the file it said where it was. So I'm saying if you can do it yourself, just do it. And so it starts. It goes to Chrome. I control the website you visit, but Chrome security prevents me from clicking its own settings button, like load unpack. To install extensions, you must do this one step. Drag and drop the Chrome extension folder onto the Chrome window. Okay, so I had to go to my Chrome extensions and literally drag the folder onto the browser here, which then opened this up. Relay reachable, so that's good. And then that means I can like browse to it basically. And then when I threw it in here, it said disconnected from gateway. Started debugging this browser. Okay, now we do have an extension for OpenClaw in Chrome. So I don't know, it's not as easy as just hitting that one command and then it's on and then you're just communicating through prompt, at least for the login part. So probably have to connect it with like an iPassword and then access Gmail and so on, one for each business. So I want to give it some tasks overnight and then see if we can execute that. And then I'll come back in the morning and see what it did. Okay, working with Gemini, I came up with this. Build me a Kanban board so I can track all of the tasks. Any blockages with logins and so on, we're going to put that on there as well. And then I want like an idea board for the businesses to come up with more efficiencies, more revenue generating ideas. And then I want to sit rep every morning at 6 a.m. Man Center. And then I want to say this must be a comprehensive, here we go, because I want it to really wow me in the morning. I want to see like multiple heartbeats, so status updates, maybe user count, maybe access to emails, latest transactions, who knows? I just wanted to surprise me. So build those 3 things. We'll see you in the morning. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. This is going to be epic for good or bad. Here we go. If you want to do this yourself and you just need a little bit of help, join my school community, use my high-level affiliate link, and I will help you. Revenue that I generate from that, 20% of it goes into paid ads, and the leads, I share them with my community. With my affiliate link, you get a 30-day extended trial, plus a boot camp that you can go through. I have a 15-part course that gets you from initial idea all the way to operational agency. You'll get hundreds of pre-built AI agents ready to go, workflows, automations, website templates. I also have 40 plus businesses and marketing courses that you can then sell to your members. I'm heavily involved in my community. I join 7 days a week so you can have one-on-ones with me where we can build things, we can do think tanks and come up with business ideas. You can even join my businesses where I show you what I'm doing day in and day out. Everything is completely free until I get to maximum capacity. Join now.